Welcome back to the channel. Man, I am tickled to death you showed back up. Just all kinds of beside myself. For today is hopefully going to be a super exciting day. We're going to make our way down to Chattanooga, the biggest little city in the South, and see if we can't score a part that's going to move us a long way down the road to rebuilding this 57. Chattanooga's always been one of my favorite cities. I love that little city. It's pretty down there, right at the foot of Lookout Mountain, and we're just going to be surrounded by all kinds of junk, and hopefully we can find what we're looking for with any luck. Welcome to this episode in the garage.
What red hair means, I know you want me. Well, I want you to. What will you do, love child? What will you do? Don't be shy, sugar. Look me in the eye, girl. What's your pleasure? Sleep like a leather. Come, baby, please, 'cause I'm down.
So I decided to recruit some help. Found this guy looking for bicycles on the side of the road, and said, "Hey, you want to make some money? I'm fixing to go pull a transmission." Man, what a job! So we got this thing out, and it looks fantastic. Absolutely zero leaks from the pump. Nothing was leaking out the tail. Oh me, bless me so much. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and take these brackets and stuff off, get this linkage out of the way, and we're gonna make sure it don't have any fluid in it, which it shouldn't have much. And pull the pan off of it. Check that, and while it's off, we're going to put a new gasket, new filter, as long as that stuff looks good. I just got to figure out how to do it without making a mess all over the place. Y'all hold tight. Well, fellers and fellettes, I can tell you that transmission is no good. No good at all. There's the magnet, completely covered in metal. So, this transmission has got to be rebuilt. But that's not going to stop us from doing what we got to do right now. We can go ahead and get this thing cleaned out, cleaned up.
Today seems like yesterday, hopefully not tomorrow. It feels like sometimes it's always on a borrow, yeah. Walking a straight line ain't still not paid. Gotta get up, gotta get out, I gotta find me a paper right out. You go walk in my shoes and you'll see. Take a look at my world, then you can say, yeah, man, I didn't like yesterday, no. Can smell the warm summer air. Common problems wash over me. It leaves gray in my hair. Some people look and they laugh at me, yeah. But maybe tomorrow will set me free. I'm still not paid. Gotta get up, gotta get out. I gotta find me a paper right out. You go walk in my shoes and you'll see. Take a look at my world, and then you can say, take a walk in my shoes, and then you can say, then I look for the day when my family can smile at me. When I come that way, yeah, man, I look for the day when my little boy said, Daddy, play that song for me. I said, play that special song for me now. Today, seems like yesterday, hopefully not tomorrow. Man, I didn't like yesterday. The house is dirty and bills are still.
Well, we got some bad news on the transmission. I spent a little time looking at the parts in the pan to see if I could distinguish exactly what gave out. Buying a used transmissions, especially a 4L60, they're known for planetaries coming apart. They're known for sun gears coming apart. Honest with you, they are far from the best transmission out there. And buying one of these things used really is a pig in a poke, really. You're just taking a chance. But there was this little part that was hoping that I'd get it home, pull the pan off of it, and still be in good shape. But some good news, I do have a really good friend of mine named Justin Flowers. His dad owned Flowers Transmission for years and years, decades. And they actually built the transmission that was in my '56 Chevrolet. So I just got off the phone with him, and he said he'd be willing to rebuild it. Of course, that also means that that torque converter is a paperweight, a really heavy, expensive paperweight. We did score some parts that we needed though. We got both of the coil brackets and both of the valve covers. You remember that's the engine had a cracked valve cover, and I wasn't going to use those anyway. And I also got a flex plate that I needed. So I did get some usable parts. I mean, the transmission's usable. I'm just gonna have to rebuild it, which I hadn't planned for. So it is what it is. Working on these old cars, I mean, it's like, I don't know, it's like what I would think a crackhead goes through. I mean, they don't, inside, they don't want to be doing it, but they're addicted to it, and it's the same way with that. It's not that I want to be out here pulling transmissions and dealing with bad equipment and all that stuff, but I am addicted to old cars. I love them. I love everything about them. It's a, you know what I mean? It's a love-hate. I ain't gonna joke, but they are, I don't know how you say it. I don't know what the words I'm looking for. It's therapeutic. That's the words I'm looking for. It's therapeutic. It is, I don't know. It's therapeutic. It's just what my brain tells me to do. So we can't let this little setback mess us up. We gotta keep our little feet moving, you know what I mean? So I spent, sorry about the wind, I've spent about the last 4 hours with a file, and with a sander, and with the block, and with the file, and with the block, and with the sander, and then with the file, getting these valve covers straightened out. That's one of the things that a lot of people don't like about the LS's is they're ugly. They're just ugly. I hate to admit it, but they're just ugly. One of the things you can do though, you can spend, like I did, about 4 hours getting these valve covers straightened out, getting a lot of the casting marks and stuff out of them, and make them look good. And if you'll notice, if I can get it to focus, there's a bevel that I put in. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I used a file. Why would this thing not focus? All the way around. So I put like a 45-degree bevel. Y'all give me just a second. Let me wipe off this lens, because that's got to be what it is. There we go. Anyway, look down the edge of it and you'll see like a 45-degree bevel. Anyway, doesn't matter. So I sanded and filed, put that edge, that bevel all the way around both of them. And so now we're gonna see about painting these things. If the wind will work with us a little bit. There we go. All clear coated. Too bad you won't hardly see any of it once it's in the vehicle. Got brackets and wires and whatnots and doohickeys all over the place. But I'll know they're painted. So when I was at the junkyard the other day, I mentioned earlier that I got the coil brackets, but in the name of speed and wanting to get the flock out of there, I didn't get the brackets that hold the coils on, or the brackets that hold the coils on. But I knew that I had these here. That's why I didn't bother. The problem with this bracket is it's really bad bent. Maybe not this one, but the other one. And I could be totally wrong. Now that I'm looking at this thing, this bracket If I had to guess, now that I'm second guessing my first guess, this bracket comes with the coil. The coil comes with the bracket. I'm thinking. By the way it wraps. Initially, I thought that you just push the coil up out of it, but you do not. You also have a grounding strap that's made onto this coil bracket. So, I don't know. I'm not going to throw them away yet. When I buy new coils, they may come with these metal brackets. I have no idea. What do I know? God help you if you're listening to me. Now I gotta know. The more I look at this and the more I think about it, the more I think these brackets got to come off these coils. Why in the world, in a manufacturing process, would you sell a coil with this bracket on it? So I got to freaking looking. You see it notch right there and that little thing right there. Boy, it looks like something to me to pry up against. Of course, to a hammer, everything's a nail. I'm gonna give it a whirl anyway. What's the worst that can happen? Give me one of these things. Let me just see. Don't jam that screwdriver into your finger. Yes? No? And I think that little Johnny right there, I don't think that's ground. I really don't. I mean, because do you not get your ground through your wiring harness? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. For Pete's sake. I think that is like to reduce radio impedance or a hum coming through your radio or something like that. I don't know. But I do know I'm gonna pry that right there back. Just like so. A little bit more. And I'll bet this coil will come up out of here. Let me pry that one a little farther. Because that just makes more sense to me. That makes more sense to me. We've got our coil brackets put together. And we're just waiting on coils. Now, what we need to do is take our valve cover bolts and replace these seals on them. I don't know how they come off. I don't know. But there's our new seals and our new gaskets for the valve covers. So I'll get you set up and we'll get those put on. But I don't know how these things come apart. I don't know. We'll just figure it out though, for Pete's sake. Well, right or wrong, it's off. Don't cut the rubber gasket, for Pete's sake. You, and you. Oh yeah, you. I don't know. Okay, well, they go on that easy. So we got our valve covers with the coil brackets and the coil brackets wrapped up, bagged and tagged up out of the way so they don't get beat up. We're gonna switch gears, and I mean switch gears 180 degrees. I want you to notice something, and this bugged me every time I've walked past it. You see that logo reflection? Can you tell me, in that reflection, what that logo says? Go ahead. As a painter, that has just, you know what I mean? It's just ate at me. So I've tried the less intrusive way, which is an orbital buffer, orbital polisher, whatever you want to call it. And that did nothing. We got to get that reflection back. And I know on camera, it looks shiny, and it is shiny. It's really shiny. This up here is nowhere near as bad as the trunk. It just doesn't show on camera. See that edge? That is the roof of the garage up there. And there's just a fuzzy line all the way around the edges, and that drives me nuts. So I'm gonna get a little more aggressive with it and see if this will take care of it. We're gonna get the adjustable speed buffer out and see if that will bring the clarity and depth back to that polish, and just see how it works. I don't know. What I'll do is I'll take a before and after picture when I'm done, and see if it worked. All right, let's get after it.
Some will say, never gonna let me out. Like a stone that's rolled away, seasons change, then you hear me shout. Ooh. Listen to the wind, it carries songs, friends long gone. Listen as the graves, speaking strange cliches. Think of your own ways and write them down in a song. This time I've closed
All right, so I tried to be as least aggressive as possible. If you'll notice, man, I wish it showed up better. The reflection on this side of the trunk versus the reflection on this side of the trunk. See how much clearer that is? All the edges are real good and sharp. You lose all your edges over here. Look at the tree. So I believe what has gone on, what has happened, what I'm trying to say is, I believe the clear coat fuzzed out. And what that means is, my fault. What that means is I cut and buff it too soon. Apparently a week was not long enough to wait. So I won't make that mistake on the fenders and hood, because it's a lot of work doing this crap, and I don't want to have to do those twice. So that may be the difference in the clear coat that I'm using. I usually use the like TranStar, and a week is, you know, in the summertime is plenty of time to wait to cut and buff. But this U-pole, if you've seen the videos where I painted the car originally, I'm using U-pole clear. Never used it before, so apparently it likes a much longer cure time. Boy, we are into it now. I had to sand this thing back to 2000 and finished it up with 4000. We done went and opened up one of them cans with the squirmy things in them. So I've tried several different things, and nothing seemed to work. So I'm tired of fooling with it. So sand it all down, start over again, see what that does.
I said now black, baby, where have you been? It's been a long time since we were friends now. Yeah. And I wonder how long it's gonna be till you leave again. Leave again. You know the tide tulips and acid rain have been your home away from pain now. And I wonder how long you're gonna survive, knowing things will never be the same. Be the same. Her liquid memories fade away. Remind her of that day. But she is strong enough to take that ride. She lifts up one of her wings to let me by her side. raises up one of her wings to let me by her side.
A lot of unnecessary work for Pete's sake. I know now, wait longer. Let me get you flipped around here and we'll take a look at it. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, that looks 100% better. I'm gonna throw some pictures in here and you can do a comparison. I don't know, I mean, was it worth 2 hours of work? Let me know in the comment box down there. Just bloop, bloop, doop, 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 and let me know if you'd have went through all that. All right, so I was stumbling through a box the other day and come up on something. And I thought to myself, holy cow, how in the world did that thing not get lost? So now that we got that deck lid took care of, the old thorn right in the posterior, that's done. I thought, man, this would be a good time to go ahead and get this thing installed before it comes up missing. That little jewel right there, while I was ruffling through that box, I thought, man, how in the world has that thing not got lost yet? So we're gonna go ahead and locate that sucker, and it goes right there next to that switch. So now's as good a time as any. We're going to drill and pot rivet this thing in. You can see it's tacked from the factory. Apparently it was either a Monday or a new guy. I don't know, that might have been Dead-Eye Joe that welded that one. I don't know. That looks pretty good to me. thing's out of real steel. Like a wiener to me. Well, I'll be throwed down. We done messed around and built ourselves a real car. All right, guys, I believe that's gonna do it. This video didn't go at all the way I had it planned, at all. But we still gotta keep our feet moving. We gotta make sure that we continue to get things done on this car and we don't let her get into a stalemate, you know what I mean? So we got that deck lid done, turned out really good. Next video, we're gonna be tackling a box of parts, also known as a steering column. It come to me in a box of parts. So we'll see what we can do to put that thing together. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and I hope you liked the video. And if so, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hit your bell notification. That way you are notified every time I release new content. Till next time, y'all go do some work. Somebody needs to hire a maid. This place looks ridiculous.